majority of these products are staring at their nearby lows, and they're on the 138 minute candle. So again, one would assume, should I do that too? Bring my Notion on my other screen. Alright, should be good here. Alright, so appearing near our overnight lows, one would assume that would get smoked. We have the Russell that's leading lower. We got Apple, Nvidia, and Tesla are leading to the downside. Good morning. He's already been taken out. Alright, so we got about 2.5 minutes. Again, what we can see with gold, open drop lower. Yeah, I'm gonna hold off on gold. Alright, they're opening near their lows, so I'm gonna have to go short here just based off what we're seeing. So we'll give it like a good 10 seconds or so. But yeah, they're already getting smoked off the open. VIX is indeed up. Let me. I have my alerts. Have my alerts for this. Okay. Alright, so yeah, we'll see what happens with gold. Alright, so we got about 60 seconds. So give it 15 to 30 seconds to see how they open. If there's any kind of momentum, I don't want to just straight ass enter. I do see gold maybe starting to bottom on their third fib level on the initial balance low, but I'm not worried about gold right now, just the DOMs that I can see. Or the DOMs.
In around 30 seconds time, we'll be looking out for any remarks from Fed voter Jefferson. As a reminder, we are
Okay, alright, 20 seconds. Another look at the higher time frame. Alright, we're still opening near these lows as we start. Start with one contract. Alright, here we go. So Russell's leading down.
Does not need to proceed slowly as monetary policy approaches neutral rate. Very in fit with what he said last time out. Still not clear how much government data will be available for the next meeting.
I didn't know this is not gonna work. Hold on. Clear volume profile. There we go. Alright, I may try this gold.
Information seems consistent with the gradual cooling to both labour supply and demand. notice that anecdotal reports about the job
I tried
market
this
in the UK
gold, and I'm gonna put this stop
confirm
here at
so far
65.
businesses are adding employees and investing. So some remarks there from Jefferson. He is focusing on the employment side of the house sheet.
Fuck,
He
I
says
messed it up.
what we saw
Okay,
on the
no
10th of
problem.
November that needs to proceed slowly
All
as
right,
monetary
so
policy approaches the neutral rate. Regarding
I
current
forget I
temperatures,
need to
we've made
press
it
the other
still
button.
somewhat
Let me zoom
uncertain.
this in.
The exact same
We're
language
not in a rush right now. I'm
as
switch
ever.
just to
But
1
here's
minute.
Jefferson's prior remarks here.
Yeah,
Same thing, Bill.
I think I
He
had a
regrets
pretty good
focusing
entry
on
with
too many
gold, but I'm
corporate
not going to
actions
trip.
in defense of government authority to curb a certain
NQ
sector.
seems
He
to
also
be
explained
trying
the
to lead
reasons for
out.
this over-entry.
Russell's getting straight smoked. Alright, good job for not sweating that NQ. I mean that gold. Alright, I bought NQ. We can only get one of them. I bought the ES as well. Russell is near the lows. My price at NQ is 93, so that's working out really well now. I need to be more aggressive, but I'm gonna wait on the ES. Alright, so if this stays like this, I'm staying in this NQ.
And just a bit further here from Jefferson's text list, he does note regarding the economic outlook, he goes ahead of their next policy meeting. He looks forward to reviewing the Beige Book, which will be released next week. So it does bring attention to the Beige Book next week.
And again, majority of this is coming from we're looking for Microsoft, that's Amazon, and Google, Tesla. So we're looking good there. So I can leave that. I don't need to continue to look at the NASDAQ. I see the Russells attempting to bottom out. Or they're holding their lows, but it looks like they may actually break. And that's this column here. I don't need to divert my attention. I'm gonna stay in this NQ. I'll put my stop, which I know this is the right button now.
Andrew Jefferson here talking about the
I
unemployment
got
rate
in
as
at
well. He says the
93.
unemployment rate is likely to inch up slightly
I'll
by the
put
end
my
of the
stop,
year.
yeah,
This
somewhere
figure
near there,
falls from
because I
3%
don't
to
foresee this coming back. If it does,
August.
I'm out. Cool. The Russell. Russell has their VPOC near the lows. I am too zoomed in right now. I see that. Let me zoom out. We're opening near the initial balance, prior initial balance high. Okay, cool. I'm being very hesitant here on the
And just as Bill says, ahead of
MES.
that next meeting, Jefferson does
The
note
Russell,
that it
I had
remains
my opportunity with the
unlikely
Russell.
the bids they'll see before them
Okay,
and
this is a
respectful
lot.
of the policy
Looking at
rate.
all three of
Will
these,
continue to determine policy based on the incoming data, the
or
evolving
four of
outlook, and the
these.
balance of risks. And he reiterates he will always
Okay,
take a
but I'm in two different
risk-adjusted
products,
approach
and both of
and
these are
remain
working right now.
especially prudent at this
I have
stage.
no reason to get out of these. We got extremely good trade position, and the theory is correct. If anything, I can add an additional one on the S&P 500, but 5 minutes is just gonna make fucking 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Okay, let me copy paste this. Boom. Okay, cool. Alright, so we'll do a checkpoint here, 635. Alright, I'm on my other screen with the. I'll just bring it down. This is where we are so far. Alright, I'm moving this back. Okay. Could have stayed in gold. I could have did this. Could have, should have did that. Whatever. Okay. Looks like we ran into some sellers here on the NQ. We're seeing selling across the board. I need to add more. I need to add more. This is a whole ass competition. Plus, this position is going in our favor. Nothing's going wrong. I can. I can't add more to
Next up, our
NQ,
central bank speak
though
today.
I know I want to.
Treasury speech chief economist
I need to do
Christopher
S&P
Lagarde said that
500, but I have not found a
are
good
expected
price
to
yet.
decide really that's at quarter two
I'm waiting for
today.
something to happen that may not. It's just extremely bullish right now, like a +9. Okay, something just happened. There was some selling there on gold. No, that was the NQ. Why am I looking at that? I don't need to look at that. I don't think I have a reason to get out of this right now. If anything, I needed to be trying to get bigger. There's no reason for me to try to get out. Why am I trying to get out? It's fine. Just sometimes it can be that easy. I just need to know, do I have a target or what? It's just not going to go up forever. I understand that. Thank you for being down here, Amanda. Yeah, man. Oh, let me mute this mic. I just need to make sure I'm being careful. All right, back on the mic. Okay, so we are seeing some profit taking again, and this is near the. This is the first reaction that we're getting at the prior settle for both. Doesn't mean that I need to fully get out of my position. If anything, I need to be looking to possibly add. But where would be the proper spot to add? We can see some people are trying here. Um, I mean, yeah, really just like our normal process. I think I'm gonna hold off on doing. I'm gonna hold off on RTY. I like how the S&P 500 came down. I'm gonna try to buy one more. That'll bring my average to like 40 something. All right, fuck it. I bought one more S&P 500. All right, I did it. I mean, I'm proud of myself. I did it. So that's gonna bring my average down to 45, and I understand that. That means that my average price is down here, and I'm okay with that. All right, we got some liquidity up there. It took them well, I don't like how. Wait, what time is it? Okay, they filled it. Never mind. Good job. And they're buying more. People willing to buy up here. I don't like how we're pushing back lower like this. This feels really uncomfortable. Something does not feel right about this. That's finance. Yeah, I'm definitely not doing the Russell. Not right now. Ooh. All right. So if they break these highs, I'll buy one more, but that's not a good look. 64. Because it was easy at first. Now the buyers actually run into some opposition. And this is part of my hesitancy with adding contracts. I changed my size. Nothing has changed though. They are running into some sellers. We'll give them an opportunity. Look at this ES footprint real quick. Yeah. I don't know. If the ES gets below these 53s, I may flatten. Willing to buy one more near these highs because I know people are going to have their stops there. Also, we are in the 138-minute candle. We're in alignment with the higher time frame, which is important. So we have people with more money in their pockets than us on a similar thought process. Definitely not a +9 anymore. I'll say this is maybe about a +8, which is natural for it to calm down to be more sustainable. And I'm still not going to trade gold. All right, so it looks like this high may be taken. They're really running into some hesitancy here. I don't like that NQ is backing off first. But I think I'm a little too zoomed in right now. All right, I think I'm finna get stopped into this third position. Okay, I'm in. I'm not seeing a squeeze happen here though. I'm really close to flattening this, so I don't feel comfortable with this. It needs to move. And Q is pushing VPOCs near the highs. I did an excellent job of getting more contracts on, but I don't know about holding this just forever. Nice. I'm gonna go ahead and take. Don't take one. Just fold it. I'm gonna just fold it. All right. I sold one. I sold one. I sold another. I don't like this. I'm keeping my NQ though. I'm not gonna go against. Yeah, I'll keep one at least. But I need to stay in the NQ. I think that's fair for me. I think that's a fair trade-off. I do want to respect what I'm looking at and what I feel. I don't like the way that looks. If NQ breaks these sevens again, I may flatten. I just said that I'm a cheap. Make sure I don't flatten MES. All right, so I'm fully out of the S&P 500. Good morning. Good morning, son. All right, see what the leaderboard is. Yeah, that's crazy. These fools got 2K. I got the. Hold on, let me put this on camera. I got the same. Hold on, put this real quick. I got the same amount as Marriott, which is cool. Amanda. I'm pretty much got the same amount as Marriott right now, which is cool. Which is cool. Yeah, it's tournament. Hold on, let me put this on mute.
Just of note for US Airlines, Mexico's president says in talks with the US authorities, Mexico agreed to give flight slots assigned to Mexican state airline to US Airlines. Around 10 minutes now to the top of the hour, we'll be getting the August construction spending data from the US. Consensus looks for down 1.1% month on month, down 0.1 month on month. That would match the prior reading. FE First Energy says it is planning to invest some 28 billion through Energize 365 in the period between 2025 and 2029.
Order filled.
And then just a quick note, I ended up getting flat from everything. I don't care for how we're trading above the prior settle for the NQ. The NQ was the one that was leading us up there, so I don't want to see us struggling a little bit. We can definitely get back in, but I'm gonna wait. Not really sure what's going on. May not be the absolute best idea. I really could get into the Russell as well. Um, but I need to get a better idea of how they're moving at the moment. But as of right now, I'm just gonna kind of wait it out. Not saying this is gonna be the last trade of the day, but we definitely did really well. I'm happy with where we got. Um, Anything else, we can wait and see. We can always get back in a little later on, but let's see if we can obtain some information. It's been 24 minutes at this point, so. And specifically with these sell sweeps that are coming in, it's taking them a while for them to kind of backfill those. So I don't even care where I got out or the last time I got in. I'm just not comfortable in this right now, so I'm just gonna kind of wait and see if we can get more information. This definitely is a bit similar to the other day where I was just waiting and it never came back. And that's just a burden that I have to be willing to accept. But going back on mute. All right, so just a brief catch up. We are getting ready to end the first bracket. Getting ready to end the first bracket. As of right now, we have a directional open with the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, and a open rejection reverse of the Russell. For gold, we had the open drive lower. We based and tried to have some support and pull back to the initial balance low, and now they're basing between the open and VWAP at this point, are really above the initial balance. Though I do want to know in regards to the tournament, a lot of people are in long right now. So again, we're just out right now. We're just going to be patient, but the majority of motherfuckers are long right now. That's how we went from being 300th place to 197. So just to know that everybody's long right now. So depending on how that goes, just for positioning for later on. I'm glad we did exit when we exited a while ago. Let other people figure this shit out. But I'm not in a need to rush. So we understand where we are from the positionings from all four markets. Still at this point, I don't want to trade the Russell, though they are the weakest at the moment. We have another minute and some change until the top of the hour. Then we'll get some kind of changes and shuffling around. I'm assuming. It's really nothing for us to do right now. This isn't even really a real pullback on the indices. We're gonna see if other people are gonna start profit taking. Um, we'll see how people handle their first adversity and their trades. We got out a little earlier, um, so say what you will about that. Fuck, I pressed the wrong button. Pardon my language. Uh, this why I can't market as for kids. I'm gonna get banned on YouTube. I was trying to do the. There we go.
10 seconds.
All right. So again, there's no data coming out. So this is just pure price action. All right. Putting my checkpoint in at 7 o'clock. Let's see.
2. It's up 0.2. That's better than the expected down 0.1 that the street was modeling. As construction spending, August data up 0.2. The street was looking at down 0.1. Price also revised to up 0.2 from an initially stated negative 0.1.
Definitely some sellers are trying to appear. Buyers pushed up and they ran into a bit of a wall here, and now they're starting to back off. I mean, again, this is still within the first minute. Gold is having a heavy drop lower, so I'm gonna check the positioning. Not too many people are in gold. Either that or they actually shorted gold. So it seems like most people are in the indices right now, given the way that they're shooting straight up. So again, just a reminder: if the market does something different than what people are expecting, that's gonna shuffle the board, shuffle the leaderboard. Again, no data or anything. It's only been like a minute and some change. As of right now, it is the tech that's selling off. I'm not seeing where it's coming from. Looks like this is just coming from Broadcom, from what it looks like. Broadcom and like a few others. Amazon. Yeah, I don't really get why they're selling right now. I wouldn't be surprised if this actually goes back up. But I don't really understand what's going on. It's none of my business. I'm gonna let other people figure that out.
And more from Jeffson. He says once policy uncertainty eases, firms may be more likely to pursue hiring plans.
Let's see, the people that were in first and second place, they're still somebody else took the leaderboard. They're first now, so they're actually moving around. Those other two people, they're just bag holding. Looks like they took profits. They stopped moving. But
And just for those who track the
S&P 500 is the one that's leading the way right now. So now wouldn't be the worst time. That's actually finance. That's actually lifting them up at the moment. But it seems like the overall market is just selling a bit off right now. Russell actually looks a bit nice, but I'm not as comfortable with the Russell right now to even fool with this. And just know that I'm doing a little much clicking around right now. So let's go ahead and stop wiggling around. Okay, so that's 3 minutes. So first 3 minutes, NQ is down 10 basis points. That's coming from Google, Broadcom, and just some of the others. And gold is reversing. Again, this is really confusing. And people are getting smoked, yeah. People are getting smoked. So me being patient and just taking the profits is doing pretty well. We can just wait for a potential pullback. This is a directional open. There's that release. Checking leaderboard real quick. People are still holding on. They're hoping. I do need to be willing to potentially buy because this would be about the area. That half point is at 50. During this drop, no, that's a pretty good drop. Really, we just need tech. So once tech gets back up and running, then we can consider buying. So look at NQ and see if they lead by the S&P 500. But as of right now, they're just selling off right now. Are people still back holding? People are still back holding. That was a nice bit of a response. Okay, I bought one for S&P 500. Just one is okay for now. That was at the 54. I understand that this may take a bit of heat. All right, if we see this back below these 50s, I'm not going to be excited about that. I'm going to say these 48s. So, I mean, that'll really give me like a 40 point stop. 30, I'm sorry, bucks, 6 or 7 points. That was excellent job waiting for that. I got a really good position. I could have been a little more aggressive, but, it's okay. Market's starting to come back again. It's a good thing we didn't do that sell stop there on the Russell. I don't like that tech is running into that wall.
Folks, just to point out that dollar yen back above this 155 handle now as the yen weakness continues. Again, this has been one of those areas that traders are keeping an eye on for potential jawboning from Japanese officials about quick FX moves.
Yeah, look at how they're stalling.
Historical
But
context, remember,
this is an open drive. We finally got a position. We were patient enough to get back in. They ran into a wall. That doesn't look. I don't care for that.
Many do suggest that this level could bring some jawboning.
So we're going to give them the benefit of a doubt. They've been working hard. They've been trying. There's no reason for us to not trust them right now. Alright, I'm flat again. I don't like that down rotation. Buyers really shouldn't be seeing that. There should be urgency to get back to higher prices. These should be considered cheap. You should see this, but we're not. Doesn't mean that it's not happening, but as of right now, we're trading back below this 5 smoothing average for all products. I could go short, but I don't need to be number one right now. I just need to just follow along, and I see not to buy right now. They did not break that low that I was leaning on. They came right to it, but didn't break it. So that's still fairly bullish, and they just broke it. And what happened? They're going back up. Mm. Sorry about that on the video, but now that I can video edit, I can turn that down. So never mind, I don't apologize. I wouldn't be opposed to seeing, whoa. Ooh, so what's that gonna do to the leaderboard? Some people have gotten short. Ooh, that would have been nice. Coulda, shoulda, woulda though, whatever. Some people definitely flip short. All right. Even with our account, this does not make sense for us to buy right now. Tech is really selling off.
Just a bit more here from the Fed Vice. Jefferson says that what is a challenge now is that there is tension between the mandates, trying to find the right path to fill both.
Yeah, that was cool. Hold on, I'm recording it. Or take a snap of that. That was cool. So gold is getting ready to hit their low. So how are people doing on the board? Some people are definitely short. Yeah. Okay, this is fine. That was a good response. And continuation. What happens when they meet some opposition? I bought one. I bought one on the S&P 500. I mean, I'm up for giving this a good 7 points or so. But I'm really not excited about this. Because I've been looking for an opportunity to buy. That's my opportunity to buy. That was under, you know, I mean, that's part of our trade. But is it going to actually hold, though? Because 2 points isn't anything. Okay. We need to see this turn into Miss Pac-Man. Just keep going. They had these gaps, fill those gaps, push back up, and now tech is going back. Remember, tech is the reason that we're down right now. So the weaker that they do, it doesn't really affect S&P 500 to the degree that we're thinking about right now. And I'll bring down this. Since 7 o'clock, we have finance, healthcare, and then the bottom three that are kind of holding. That was just XLK and discretionary and communications as well. So please tell me I have my microphone on. Okay, I did. Now we ran into some sellers, but what's the response from the buyers? They take that punch, then what? Yeah, keep back pushing. That was the end of the 3 minute candle. There's no reason this shit should come back.
Energy news: Iraq's government is discussing seeking 6-month waivers from the U.S. Treasury to allow Lukoil
Checking
assets
leaderboard
stake
real
in
quick.
Ras Khaneh number 2 oil field, according to 3 Iraqi energy officials cited by Reuters.
This is when you need to possibly be more aggressive, but given the context of what just happened. But we gotta remember that we're okay. Let me go to my higher time frame. Yeah, I actually don't like this as much looking at the higher time frame. Yeah, I think we're doing fine. Just waiting. We got our additional contract like we wanted. We got out of the NQ because they were the leaders and the way they were trading near their highs, which was above that prior settle. Now we're seeing buyers back off again. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. That's not, yeah. They're scared. You need to burst through their wall like the Kool-Aid man. I don't like that. This feels like it's coming back. Especially you can see Tech is leading down, breaking, leaving some gaps. Now other people following. You may have like a release lower. Buyers really need to hold this if they're trying to actually do something because people are going to lose hope. Because I'm going to flatten out on my shit too. There we go. That's a good little reversion, pullback, drunken monkey kind of stuff. Alright, that's a 15-minute candle. Boom. What's the response from there? Tech is holding back. Tech is really slowing us down. I'm gonna put my stop here, break even. I really don't want to see this come back. This has no reason coming back that far. Alright, I know where I'm out here. Make sure no pending orders. Yeah, they're still running into this little same wall here. You burst through this shit or not? Okay, you burst through it, now what? Now what? And you come back down. This doesn't mean I need to get out. I picked the right product. I have my stop in, so I'm protected. So the majority of this is going to be tech. This is very good that we got out of tech. So I'm very proud of that. The Russell actually is the one that's positive right now. The Russell and YM. So a lot of people are going to be. That was a sneaky change. Yeah, I'm protected, so I'm not gonna rush out of this. But yeah, this look like this is coming back. You could tell they were scared a while ago. Wow, look at that. That's crazy. All these people are trapped. I mean, as long as they don't break the 48s. But I'm probably gonna get stopped out. But that just doesn't look good. This is why we need to know where we're wrong. Yeah, it's getting tough for people for sure. Ooh, good response. Ooh. But do they hold it though? Not looking good. Buyers are letting it fall again. They're not eager to. They're not considering this as cheap. All right, I'm finna get stopped out. And this is definitely getting confusing for people. I'm finna get stopped. I did the right thing. I have my stop in. I'm okay with that. All right, I'm stopped. We're all good. I did a good job being protected. This definitely could go back, and that's fine. It's whatever. Check leaderboard. Looks like some people are actually more short than anything, which is very surprising. They're doing a good job of switching around like that. Ooh, good job to these people that are short. Hey, Carmine! Carmine! Ooh, yeah, this one's gonna be a tough day. We got new people in first and second too. Yeah, you can make money on either sides right now. Good morning. Dang, all those people that got short. Now they're getting. Now they're taking heat. This is the perfect session for this. Yeah, this one is tough. You got to work for this today.
Order filled.
Okay, I got one. So I understand I'm getting in at 45. May not be the worst idea, just to wait to see if these people got stopped out, because 42 brings 39, 39 brings, really, you got some space. But we wait. big gap separation near these 46s, 47s. Make sure I know I just need to work hard so the kids don't keep taking my jerky. I gotta fight for my jerky. I do need to put my stop in. And I really appreciate the competition. Everyone's pretty good right now. People are definitely fighting, so shout out to these people. Ooh, we're seeing some more selling from NQ, but they're able to hold that. Now they're fighting back. This is more that Miss Pac-Man stuff that I was talking about. Depending on how we close here, in this next couple of bars, I need to be looking to buy another one. This can easily come back down. This come back down to this 45. Really try to break even. That'll be. I really don't want to see this below the 42s, but 45s is the base of that 1 minute candle. Again, we're doing the right thing by trading S&P 500. Russell wouldn't be a bad idea either. I'm staying away from gold. Yeah, these people here around me are still trading. It's a big sell on NQ. Damn, things getting dirty. Yeah, this may be time for me to get flat. Buyers are giving up. Nice response. We really shouldn't see this come back because that got pretty close. And it gets quiet. VPOC back here at the middle. VPOC is shifting lower. We did a good job respecting our stop. That's what I want to see. Excuse me, let me not say that. That's not what I want to see. Buyers are doing a good job. Yeah, that's exactly why I say that. Buyers are doing a good job. They were doing a good job until they ran into their wall. That was into the 3 minute candle. We're starting to form a wedge. They can trade above this 5 smoothing average every time we do. They get knocked back down. Checking footprint real quick. I'm not sure what to think about that, to be honest. It's a nice little separation. Tech is starting to lead out again. This may be it. Other people are definitely sizing more aggressively than me. Either that or they were just holding, hoping that it'll come back, and if it finally has. But it's not about, ooh. Alright, so we're getting back to the V, above the VWAP. Touching the full session VWAP. 30 seconds, that's going to be the top of the hour. 30-minute candle looks like this. 15, about so. Alright, I'm happy in my trade position down here. It's a good job fighting for price. And that 138-minute candle was about a doji, so we're literally looking at indecision at this moment. Oh, I need to do my copy paste. Wait. Alright, copy and paste. 7:30. Alright, let's see if this tempo changes. Buyers looking rested. So yeah, I know the big umbrella's in the car. Yours is in there as well. All right. Chill. Alright, remove that because I do want to try to buy more, but it's definitely not looking good at the moment. I know I'm playing with fire with this. 39. As soon as they get over that 5 smoothing average, they start getting smoked. RTY has been the worst one. Now this 138-minute candle is red.
Stop filled.
I'm not liking how that sounds. Sounds like struggle. Gold is pushing up. $45 is critical. Not lifting.
In a bit of banking/communications news, according to Fox's Gasparino, he says that Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley are hitting up all available funding sources to raise money for the Comcast bid for parts of Warner Brothers Discovery. He adds that Wall Street speculation is mixed on whether they have the money. Comcast tell people that they do. Others are dubious about the funding and whether the White House and EU regulators will approve any combination. So via Fox's Gasparino.
Yeah. It's risk off for everyone. RTY is getting ready to hit their lows. That's an example of not lifting. Shit. ES is one that's making lower highs and lower lows, or lower lows for sure. So that is good to see for tech. That would be my average price too if I just would have did a buy stop in. So I guess I'm kind of happy with that. Regarding my positioning.
Order filled.
Sold one. This 80. This 0.6 for RTY. All right, that would be in. Yeah, if price can hold where that last trade is, I mean, it makes sense. Should I make a break below there? Not break below there, and there's like some 1 minute bars, little area. Maybe 9 points. I'm not doing 9 points. I mean, I'll give you the space for this. Yeah, I say probably 7. Nothing below there. And VIX is still rising, if I'm not mistaken. there's really nothing else for me to do here. Come on, flip.
Order filled.
For CVX Chevron, according to 5 sources cited by Reuters, it is exploring options to buy foreign assets of Russia's Lukoil.